What's up, everybody? Just give me a minute. I think this analysis was good. I was copyrighted or got a copyright strike once because of one of these videos, which claimed to be non-copyrighted, but it actually was. So yeah, give me a minute. I think everything is fine. What is that? Oh, that's alright. Yeah, so I think everything is fine, but we will basically do for the people watching this later, we'll basically do a full market analysis. Oh, Bitcoin actually slipped down 37,000 again. That's news. Just bear with me, guys. See, is everything alright? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, okay, so that's great. Then we can do this away, and this is it. So now I just put it on my phone as well, just to check how it's going. Yo, what's up, executor? Or executor? Yeah, thanks, man. It's full time now, which I'm grateful for that it's possible. Put it on my phone as well. Yeah, okay, now the sound looks great. So it's basically full time now, and yeah, that's it. Cannot say anything more about it. Okay, wait, I'm gonna put my phone right here, mic right there. It looks alright. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. But yeah, thank you for being a member, man. If you want to join the Discord members only, just message me on Discord or tell me your name, and I'll make sure to add you to that. It's not that crowded as of right now. Not a lot of members have reached out to me to be in that members only Discord channel, but I think it will be crowded over time. So my setup is not completely good right now. It's actually really bad. Ay. What a day. Yeah, I'm gonna click this away for now. Alright, so for the people watching this later, we are going to be doing a full analysis, or I streamed Sunday, I believe, Sunday evening, and then I did a full analysis. And there were some quite interesting things coming out of that, so let me just do this a little bit back. So yeah, it's still good. The light is not amazing, but oh well, doesn't really matter. Like that, maybe. So yeah, we'll be doing a full analysis. We're also going to be looking at the notes of the Federal Reserve if we can find any. I think the general outcome was that they are going to hike interest rates, but they're going to do it in March. So yeah, market reacted by going down. Don't know. I think that's some sort of a overreaction. But still, so yeah, we dropped down to 36,800, even a little bit lower now to 36,700 now. So yeah, but I actually thought, as you can see from this analysis, that it wouldn't be that weird. Oh wow, we touched this key level perfectly. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, I actually thought we would fall down to 29,000, 31,000. I still think that's possible, even with the most bearish, moves. You tend to see some recovering at some rate at least, and that can just be fake bullish moves. As of right now, if we look at the weekly, we're also going to be looking at the RSI in a moment, see what that's doing, because I I posted a video as well, a Bitcoin analysis on the RSI, that every time, yeah, that's also where the drawing is from. So every time the RSI slipped down as low that it was this week, or that it is this week, at least this happened. So this is the worst thing that happened. It was a consolidation for some months up until October, if you translate it to this year, and then actually a big bull run. So yeah, now as I said, we touched this perfectly, basically took a break retest. I think it's better that we delete this and zoom into the daily. Maybe we can add some things as well. Maybe we can draw a fib from all the way up there. That's not valid, but maybe this is valid. To 382, also 382, and this went to the 382. That's actually quite interesting. It all found resistance at the 382, which is a very strong fib, of course. But yeah. So that would mean we would need to rise quite a bit if we wanted to touch the 382 from where we are right now. So obviously that's not going to happen. We didn't even touch the 236 from this low 10th of January. So now I haven't really used a lot of fibs in my Bitcoin analysis. Maybe we can throw a trend line in there as well. Why not? Good fun. That's actually a great touch. Wow, look at that. Damn, that's a snipe. You don't see that often with crypto. I mean, you see it with Forex when I used to trade Forex, but you don't tend to see it that much with crypto. Although Bitcoin would be the perfect crypto where it would happen. So, oh wow, yeah, okay, yeah, we're quite bullish, quite bearish right now. 36,500. So yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, we could do some micro analysis of where it could take a bullish break retest. We could do that. So something like this. Just gonna plop down some lines, and then we'll make some key levels out of that a little bit later. So bear with me. This also looks to be a key level. This not really. So what would be the strongest area? If we look at recent price action, the strongest area there was something like this. If we look at the wicks. So we're just gonna delete the other ones. It's just messy. But yeah, if we take into consideration those key lines, I mean, support and resistance are never lines. They're almost always zones. So yeah, we could drop down, although we already broke retested off of that 35,800 already, like yesterday, and then we went up. It's not looking too good right now, but that's the first real opportunity for a break retest. I mean, you could argue that there is a very small, but that's, I'm not going to do that. You could argue that there's that the broader key level is more like this. So that this is it, and that anywhere within that it can find support. But you know, we shouldn't be too biased by the recent bullish days. I mean, Bitcoin is still down quite a bit, and there's a lot of unrest in the world and stuff. So although there is the opportunity to, so we're gonna do it free-handedly. There's the opportunity to do something like this and try to get back up there again. And if we get back up there again, actually expect that we would go a little bit higher, to somewhere like 40,000. As of right now, I think the market is still filled with too much fear, and 40,000 is a big psychological resistance level, so people will probably sell. So if you hear some weird noise, it's a dishwasher. I'm sorry for that. So we'll probably, well, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. So we'll probably drop down from that 40,000. But still, that's good. If we thought, I mean, if Bitcoin touches 40,000 again, as awful as it sounds, the news is going to be filled with it. Bitcoin recovers to 40,000 after touching 33,000. So frankly, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Definitely not long term, and it would show some more bullish momentum. Let's see. Yeah, what's up, Zeus? Bitcoin is going down or up in the next few weeks, months. Yeah, that's the thing we're trying to find out. It's see, so the main thing I wanted to talk about right now is that we shouldn't stare, or we shouldn't become too biased by the recent bullishness. So let's actually zoom in a little bit to the 4 hour. I still think there's a very good chance, and the strong touch off of this level right here kind of confirms it. I think there's a good chance that, so if we don't take a break retest off of 35,700, yeah, so if we don't take a break retest off of that level, 36,200 up until, as I said, 35,750, then I actually think we're dropping down again to well, probably 34,750, because this was the real bearish fundamental move, right? So this was the major move. This was the last move down. So what you tend to see is that the price, when it goes down to that full key level again, that it finds support a little bit higher. So I also think that is going to happen. So we'll probably drop down, if we don't find support there, to 34,700. Full level is 34,2050. So basically 34,20 or 34,250 up until 34,750. I think we'll find support there if this doesn't hold. And as of right now, Bitcoin is looking quite bearish. So let's just assume that's going to break. But I do think that within the next few weeks, we could see a move up until 31,000 and 29,000. That was my initial price or expectation when I did the stream Sunday. But Sunday, obviously, we were a little bit more bearish. So Sunday was, this is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. Yeah, so Sunday we actually were still at 34.80. And after that we dropped down a little bit more, so then I was a little bit more biased to the bearish side. But we could still reach that 31,000 and 29,000. So if that, for example, to get back to your question, I'm sorry, man. So if that happens so if your time scenario is 3 weeks and it happens at the end of the 3 weeks, yeah, then that's bullish. But I actually think that is going to hold. So if, for example, within the next few months we'll touch that level, from there I actually think we will be bullish. As of right now, and I'm honest with that, that's my honest opinion, is that we're not going to break that 29,000. I mean, of course we can break that if a certain country declares war upon another country, which is possible, guys, which is possible. So obviously then it could drop down, but as long as it's just interest rates and other kind of things, I think that 31,000, 29,000 is going to hold. So basically, if we zoom out, you can do two things. So first one being this, the trend line is not really good. So the trend line worked on the total market cap, but it doesn't really work on Bitcoin. I guess one that would work a little bit better, we could check on the daily, would be something like not something like this. That's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. Doesn't really work, isn't really respected right now. So maybe something like this is better. So you could look at it in two ways. First one being that this is some kind of weird channel, just a really broad channel and going up. So in that scenario, we're not going down to 31,000 and 29,000, but as I said, I think it is likely that we do. So then you could still see it as some sort of a really weird consolidation. And I said that Sunday as well, there is reason to believe that the whole structure of the market changed. I mean, I've known crypto for a lot of years, so since 2017, and then we were kind of used to the idea, or at least the years after that, we were used to the idea of bull markets and bear markets. And I stopped giving a shit about crypto in 2019. It just all went down, and I joined some pump and dump groups. Never do that, but it was good experience. But as you can see, even right here, it didn't really. It wasn't really the case. I guess you could call this full area a bear market. It's fair enough, but even within that bear market, we had uptrends and we had bull runs, small bull runs of certain cryptos, definitely. But now the whole market structure is very weird. I mean, we went up by a lot, kind of like this, and then what happened in the bear market is we dropped down, all the way down. So it started at the beginning of January, basically. It started there, and we just dropped all the way up until next year. While what we did right now is we dropped down at the end of May, which is a weird time either way, or that was just a weird timing if you compare May with times that Bitcoin crashed in the past. But then we actually recovered quite quickly to even a new all-time high at around 70,000. So that's just to me, that's a validation, or that's confirmation that the whole market structure has changed. So I still think it is possible that we might have a bear market. I'm definitely not one of those people that's just going to say, no, we're not having a bear market. It's going to stay bullish. Crypto is here to stay. I do think crypto is here to stay, and the blockchain technology with that. We could still have a bear market. I mean, even if we like in the next few weeks and months, it is possible that we do something like this, and then in 3 weeks we drop down to 29,000, and we have some struggle with getting back up there again. Eventually we will, but if something like that happens, I mean, we've been at bearish circumstances for like, that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean, more than half a year. So that could be considered a bear market. So that would support a theory of shorter bear markets and shorter bull markets. So something like this, very short bull market, bear market, bull market, bear market, bull market, kind of consolidating. That would be one theory. And the other theory being is the lengthening cycle, but we're not going to talk too much about it. Maybe we can see some nice things about it. So what I think is happening is definitely a change in market structure, but I think it's too early as of right now to actually predict how that market structure has changed. So I do believe that we're not going to break the 29,000 or 31,000, and as I said, we can also support that with the RSI. Yeah, that would basically mean a consolidation for Bitcoin, which could also be supported by the argument of more institutions investing in crypto and retail traders being more experienced in trading and holding it. So that would mean that less people are wanting to sell, because experienced retail holders, they know they're not going to sell. They know it's here to stay, and they will not sell their crypto if it drops down to 29,000. I mean, they know it's going to go up, they will buy more. Institutions, they cannot just sell with such a big loss. They have to, I mean, of course they have to justify it, but they're not going to sell with such a big loss. Definitely not if there are a lot of indicators showing that that it will go up, or at least a lot of voices in the world saying that it's here to stay, there's great developments. So that's why it would not drop down below 29,000. But the same goes for 65,000, that it will struggle a little bit more with getting through those price areas promised by the stock to flow model, if you know that. Stock to flow put us at 100,000 at the end of the year, and it was almost right, that model, up until now. So getting back to those more institutions investing in crypto, in Bitcoin, definitely in Bitcoin, or mostly in Bitcoin as of right now. So getting back to that, so you have institutions and retail holders who have been in the market longer, so veterans. As I said, it will put the floor price a little bit higher, but it also puts the potential a little bit lower, because those retail holders who are veterans or who have been in the market quite a lot, they know to take partial profits when the prices are high. So they'll probably, when the price now gets up to 70,000, which I think eventually it will, I mean, it's just a matter of when will it. So when it gets there, they'll take partial profits, causing the price to drop a little. I mean, the price might still go up, but they will sell their positions, and there will be more young investors or new institutions. And institutions also have to, sometimes, that's also a very big problem with investment companies. They invest the money, but they have to get it out in 5 to 10 years, even though that's not a great timing, they have to. So when the price gets up there and their Bitcoin holdings are up 30% in price, they have to justify not selling that to their investors, which is quite hard, because 30% used to be for institutions, for big investment corporations, used to be a lot. And now Bitcoin has done it. Well, how are you going to explain that you're not going to sell it and that you're going to hold it? They'll probably sell a little of it, at least. So yeah, that's basically my view right now. It was a little bit of rambling, so if you have any questions about it, please let me know. So do you think we get any bullish sort of run in 2022? Yes, I think so. It's good that you said 2022 with that, because that could also just be quite late, something like October. Well, it will probably start a little bit earlier, so the price will already start to get up in something like July, August, but you know it as well, with such a bull run you have one big bull run. So like you had right here, this was just 1 month. Those 4 candles went up from 18,000 to around 40,000. So that could be quite low, and that's also supported by. If you've already seen this in my video I did, then I'm sorry, but if we're gonna check out the RSI, which I did then as well. So we're gonna go over it again. It's quite fun actually. It brings a lot of hope. So let me see if there are some other questions. So support, if you really want a good, if you really want a good entry and you don't mind that the entry might not get hit, just put your entry at 29,000. If you can hold for more than 5 years, then I can. I mean, it's not financial advice still, but I can almost guarantee you that it will go up. So yeah. Yeah, you didn't sell your stash of Dogecoin. No, I wouldn't sell it, man. It's actually, I thought of this today. After this, we'll get into the RSI. But I thought of this today that Dogecoin and Shiba Inu are actually, they'll probably, I mean, let's just hypothetically speaking, if a bear market hits, I think they are gonna be hit the least. At least in if you're really convinced that the people will hodl and not sell. And that sentiment is very big for Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. And then of course you have the occasional bull moves if it's mentioned by Elon Musk or Tesla again, so that's possible too. It's also possible then to take some partial profits and buy in lower. So yeah, I wouldn't sell it right now, definitely not Dogecoin. It's very low right now. I actually bought Dogecoin when it was 5 cents, like I don't know when. Like if you remember, Dogecoin was at 5 cents and then it went up to 8 cents. And I actually sold at around 7.5 cents. I mean, it was crazy profit for me then. But obviously then we dropped down to around 5 cents again for like 2-3 weeks, and then the whole bull run happened. So yeah, wasn't necessarily great. But yeah, we're looking at the RSI, so we're going to be looking at all the points where the price was right here. And I do want to place a disclaimer that I do not normally use the RSI. It's a lagging indicator, and it really doesn't work that often. But if you have such a high success ratio, then maybe there's some truth in it, and maybe we can use it. So first point that we reached those levels was 9th of March. After that, big bull move. So it dropped below right there, went up from 4,000 to when we went about, or the end of the big move, to 10,000. So you do the math, it's 150%. Wow, you bought that low, man. I still remember looking at Dogecoin when it was in 2017, but back then it was a lot harder to buy. It was not hard, but it was harder for me. I just bought coins I liked, or coins I think look nice. So I bought Ripple and IOTA. Actually, two very bad picks if you look at it right now. But yeah, imagine what your profit would have been if you've held that. So that's the first point of time. Second time was right here. So then we dropped down. After that, big bull move. So from 3,000 all the way up until 14,000. It's a little bit unfair, obviously, because I'm just looking at the highest point, but I'm just saying that it went from there all the way up until there. So that's about a gain of times 4 times 3.5. So 250, 300%. So that's another time. And you must note that every time the RSI dipped to this level, it actually went down a little bit more. So that's also in support of the theory that we're actually still going to drop down to 31,000 or 29,000. That every time the RSI, up until now at least that we're looking at it, it dropped down even lower than the line. So right now we're at the line, but if we would drop down a little bit lower, that would probably mean that we're going down to 39,000, 29,000. Alright, so next time, back in 2014, long time ago, 2 times. So first one being right here, then we had a small bullish move, eventually followed by some bullish fundamental, or some bull trend, but just a little bit later. So this was in November. It actually took a year from here. So maybe that's the worst case scenario, that it would just go down a little bit more, consolidate, and then beginning of next year go up. So but then we did see some bullish moves. Then we dropped down a little bit more, consolidated, went up. Here we dropped down as well. We actually dropped down heavily, and here we consolidated for a few months and then went up. So for every scenario we looked at right now, there was sunshine at the end of the road. So this was the last time back in 2011, I think. Yeah, not that reliable, but from there it also started the uptrend, as you can see. So maybe that's bringing some hope, some hope to you. It did bring some hope to me, but that's basically how we can use the RSI. Alright, I think that's a full coverage on Bitcoin. Let's also take a look at Ethereum still. We're still at around 36,360. Let's take a look at Ether. Going to delete this. Going to look at on the 4 hour. So this was my analysis that we found. Yeah, if we didn't really break that, I don't know when I did this. We found support. Didn't really work. It was actually more bullish. So if we would need to fit it, it was more like this. Actually more bullish. So yeah, the supports were higher than I thought. Thought Ethereum would need some consolidation before going up. But now it's actually dropping. Wow. Okay. Didn't really see that. Damn. Didn't even really notice. So yeah, I guess we're dropping. That's bad actually. I'm a big holder of Ethereum, of Ether. So if I would need to give a small prediction right now, I'd say we're dropping down to 2350. Worst case scenario. So either we bounce off of 2400 where we're right now and do something and go up to at least like 2550, or we'll do something like this. Yeah, I think I'll do. I think I'll post an analysis on Ethereum after the stream. I'm not going to stream for too long. Just wanted to do a quick coverage. All right, it's looking good. Oh wait, there was some. Current bit rate is a little bit lower. So yeah, I'll probably do a full analysis or a short video on it as well. But we're probably going up to 2540 again. If I would need to put my hand in the fire, I'd say we are going to break that and do something like this. At least reach 2650 again, and from there I'll probably reevaluate it. And from there we can either do something like this, or in a very short-term but bullish scenario, would do something like this, up to 2900. It's definitely worth it in my opinion, but. So yeah, that would be my initial price target. It's going to be a short video because there's not a lot to say right now about a lot of cryptos. It's not a lot to analyze, not a lot to predict. It's just all very unpredictable and volatile, and any fundamental bearish or bullish move could throw dirt in your face. Yeah, beginning of the day everything was a little bit more bullish. Waves are still bullish. You can take a quick look at something like LRC loopring. So yeah, this is my analysis. Was a little bit more bullish again. The whole market was more bullish than I thought. That's a big trap. If you have a bias about the market and it's moving in a fundamental type of way, then all the coins kind of move alike, and because of my bias I predicted them alike. It actually did something more like this, so it did find support here at 1.07, but took a very quick break retest, went all the way up to the 100 EMA. So yeah, we're still in some sort of a downtrend. Do think it will find support right about here at around 96-97 cents. From there we'll see. I mean, we're probably going to try at 1.07 first, and what happens there kind of depends on the whole fundamentals again. That's the stupid thing about the markets right now. It's all very unpredictable. Oh, we can also take a look at this. And at waves actually. Down. Waves still bullish. So yeah, I said would drop down to around 10.0, 9.83. So we're dropping down there right now. Could be a nice trade. I mean, guys, I'm not giving financial advice. As I said, very unpredictable, a lot of fundamental moves, so don't get your fingers burned. Something like this. You could even do something like this and then see where the 2.0 risk reward is. See if that's worth it, so no. So then maybe something like this is more of a trade. 1.81 risk reward. A little bit risky, so I'm not going to do it, but yeah. So Frontier also doing a lot of things. Oh wow, we actually straight up blew through. So in the analysis on it, I said that if that would happen, we would actually do something like this and probably go down to 50 cents even. So yeah. Let's also take so lastly, let's also take a look at the full crypto market. So I can never find it, or is it right there? Yeah, total. Okay, so at least on a daily. I think I even did it on a weekly. No. Okay. So what I said earlier about the trend line that I drew on Bitcoin that didn't really fit. It's actually a very strong trend line on the total market cap, which is great. So even if we look at this right now, you see that it's a little bit unbalanced. So if you would put Bitcoin on this chart, which I don't think we can do. See, is there any? Can we just put it up? No. No. Right, I wanted to put Bitcoin on this chart. If you actually put it on it, then Bitcoin right now is closer to the lows we touched at the end of May, beginning of until the beginning of August last year, than the total is right now, and that also has to do, of course, with. I mean, it's quite easy to explain, of course, because what does that sound, man? It's if you look at Bitcoin dominance right now, it's at 42%, and back then it was lower. No, it was higher. Yeah, most of the time it was higher. It was here around 50%, and it kind of bounced between 44% and 48%. While right now it's just down, which I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm not even invested in Bitcoin. I'm invested in altcoins. So for me, it's a good thing, at least. I think for the whole market as well. Just to put a serious note. A lot of great projects out there. I think Bitcoin is now used as a form of investment rather than a currency, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there are some blockchains and projects out there which are really phenomenal. So yeah, this trend line, very strong. That's another reason why we wouldn't go down to 29,000, 31,000 with Bitcoin. So that would be that we hold right there. So let me delete these drawings. But then again, we didn't close below it, but the wicks did go through it. So if we're closing below that, if we're closing at around 1.5 or something, then we'll probably do something like this. Go down to 1.4, try again from there maybe. But the support of 1.4 is not enough, I think, from keeping it down to 1.2. So a little bit bearish, so let's forget about that I said that. Looks like dump for the next days, then sideways move till March. I don't think it could be a dump for the next days. That's definitely possible. Let's take Bitcoin with it as well. I mean, we already saw that Ethereum or Ether was dropping a lot. If we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily, this move, it's just textbook. It's a textbook break retest off of 38.80, and the candle is looking quite bearish. So I said as well, if we don't find enough support at 35,750 and we go up from there, then we are probably dropping down again to these regions. So between 34,750 and 34,250. I do think that will hold, but obviously, yeah, then it would be a dump for the next few days because it will be tough to get out of there again, and we'll probably see something like this. So a little bit more consolidated. But the sideways movements, I'm not sure about. I actually think that if we would dump, it would be more like this. So upcoming days, something like this, and then try to get up there again, and then maybe drop down a little bit lower. Bear market calls throughout the whole market again, and then maybe do one last fake bullish move, reach all the way up until 40,000, and then drop down again, and then from here maybe start to lay the foundation for another bull run. Would be great. Think it's possible. I'm not just saying that this to shill the whole crypto market. But yeah, that could be realistic. Yeah, it's just I do expect. Do expect some sort of a bull run / semi bull market in the next year. But it's just could be in March, could be in April, could also be in October. So it's just waiting for that. It's basically waiting for the confirmation, and the confirmation for me at least would be a real clean break above 44,000. That for me would indicate a bull market. So if we close, we'll probably find resistance at 45,000 again. But as long as we close above 44, we could even consolidate there. But that is, in my opinion, a sign for more bullish markets. So keep an eye out for that. YouTube portfolio is going like shit. It's, I mean, we can take a look at some of the coins. I'm not going to log in. Would love to, but no, it's not going good. I bought in like when Bitcoin was at 42,000, and I had some small cap cryptos, of course. So yeah, Ethereum obviously dropped down a lot. We're looking at like I bought like at a 12th or something. So I'm down this with Ethereum, and I also bought Matic, which was hit a lot. Great picks so far. Also bought Matic right here at the top, at the local top, drop down. Bought Veracity, which is down 2 cents now. Bought it around, not sure. I bought at 2.6, 2.7 I think. It's bar down as well from there. Also bought it around the top. Chose a great moment. Still remember when I bought the cryptos that I actually thought it would be a good moment, and I still think that long term, obviously, but short term it's just not that nice to look at. But who cares, right? Reef. Yeah, there's still a lot of potential in these, in my opinion. But we'll see at the end of the year. I'm going to hold for at least 1 year. So as I said, I do expect a bull run. That's not just hoping it, I actually do expect it. So yeah, let's just see and wait. Then hopefully either Veracity or Reef or maybe H-Bar have a great bull run. Those are the cryptos I expect that could have a really nice 2022. Maybe Engine, or did I say Engine? Said Veracity, Reef, Engine, and H-Bar. Yeah, basically the lower cap coins, even though Engine and H-Bar are not really low cap. So yeah, that's basically the stream for now, guys. Still going to do 2 more analysis. Not quite sure on what yet, but keep an eye out for that. Ren and SKL, yeah, I can do that quickly, man. I can do it quickly. But after that, what's up, Chunk? After that, I'm leaving. Already watchers leaving. Alright, so alright, SKL. Yeah, SKL, I saw it. So it's probably right here somewhere. Oh, this is Ren. I have to update this really quickly. You can delete that. So yeah, Ren touched this 0.0 or minus 0.236. There's probably also a fib there. at around the 0.5 fib. So together with the whole market, it's probably going to drop the next 2 days. So maybe find some resistance at around 31 cents. We could see some bullish moves off of that, but it's more likely that from there we'll kind of do something like this and drop down to 28 cents. I think 28 cents will hold as an ultimate support as of right now for Ren. Hey yo, thanks for the $5, man. Execute tutor. It's great having you at the stream, and greetings from the Netherlands, man. It's one big reason that I do these streams this late. For me, it's almost 12 a.m. I believe, to make sure as many of people can watch it. I know I have a lot of viewers from the US, so thanks for the 5, man. Yeah, you sleep well, Crypto Dreamer. And yeah, I'll do an analysis on SKL as well. But yeah, I did expect some clarity again, or as well from the Fed. But to be honest, I used to trade Forex. I watched some press conferences of them, and most of the time they just say nothing. And now they said that they are going to hike the rates in March. That's just playing a game, in my opinion. That's just hoping that you already have the effects of a rate hike, which we are seeing a little. I mean, maybe the crypto is dropping because of that. But it's hoping to have the effects before you actually do it. So, oh well. Ramon Dekker. I don't know him. It's actually looking him up. Oh wow. I really didn't know him. Does he have another name? I feel like I should know him. But there are some badass kickboxers from the Netherlands. There are some. SKL. Yeah, we'll do that. So it was bullish, dropped a little bit. Okay, we'll do a quick analysis. Oh, this is actually the low. Found support at 10 cents. So that's a crazy thing to see as well, guys. It's always with fundamental bearish moves, the price almost always finds support at a psychological key level. So either like in the first decimal, so that's right here, like 0.1 or 0.2, or at like $1, $2, or at $100. You know where I'm going. So also it's scale, or I'm not quite sure where it's from. Could be like Norwegian or Swedish. Then I'm just butchering the pronunciation about. Oh, Liechtenstein. Scala. Probably the pronunciation then. But also with SKL, textbook break retest off of this full key level. Probably going to drop down. Same with Ren, basically. I mean, to be honest, the market is really looking, or is really moving on fundamentals right now. So the whole market is kind of moving together. So we'll probably try to find some support at 1070. Don't think that's enough to actually keep us from 10 cents, but 10 cents could be a nice buy area. We could drop down as low as 8 cents when the whole Bitcoin to 30,000 move happens. Yeah, it's not financial advice. I wouldn't buy. Yeah, so a psychological key level is see, when it's basically with certain things of trading, it worked better. So with Forex, it was if companies need to exchange different currencies against each other, they would not pick some weird number with 4 decimals. No, they would pick $1.2 or something. And the same with crypto. When the price is falling, well, it's often falling like a knife, but every knife has got to hit the ground somewhere. so it will find support somewhere, but where the buy areas are at, or where short sellers are actually going to cancel their positions, definitely with cryptos like this, I mean, they have never been at this level before, at least not on KuCoin. So they'll pick a level that is easy to pick out. So $1, that's very easy. You're not going to take profits at 1.1237. So that's basically a psychological key level. Or when you can see that a lot with Bitcoin. I mean, news sources always cover that. So Bitcoin above 50,000. So that's a big psychological key level, because that means something. If it's above 50,000 or below that, or back in the day when it went over 10,000. Still remember that was big news. So yeah, no problem, man. It's the whole point of my channel was to share some information about the whole crypto market and stuff, and try to do some honest analysis. A lot of channels on crypto on YouTube, and I'm not going to expose anybody, but a lot of channels are just basically telling their subscribers that everything is going to go up, and I'm trying to be a little bit more honest and a little bit more educated or something. Hope it's working, not sure, but yeah. So and you're fantastic too, man, for the continuous support. So yeah, that's basically the end of the stream. See some new viewers pouring in, but this is the end. If you do want to watch the full market analysis I did at the beginning, you can always watch it over. It probably has to process for quite a while. I think I streamed for 40 minutes or something. So yeah, I said it too in the last stream. I am going to be streaming a little bit more often, so I hope to see you. All a little bit more often as well. But as for now, I think you all. I hope you all will have a nice day, nice evening, nice morning, depending on if you're in Australia or something. But yeah, good night, guys. See you all later.